You're too kind. Okay, so I've just given you a terrifying vision of the future there. But what if our future was in our past? The fuck are you talking about, Charlie? Okay, well, let me explain. A few weeks ago, I read this article that said that NASA, they believe that they have detected a parallel universe next to our own, where they believe that time runs backwards. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? Did you read about this? Did you see this? Did you hear about this? Did you read about this? No, that's fine. That's fine if you didn't. In fairness, there has been a lot going on lately. But apparently true, NASA scientists believe they have found a parallel universe where time goes backwards. And you guys, OMG, you guys. Look, we've just got to find a way to get there. I mean, come on, look at this shit show that we're living in right now. Am I right? But there, we would have everything to look forward to. You just think. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Backwards. Thank you. Thank you for keeping up. Thank you. Just imagine, 3 years' time, Donald Trump will hand over the presidency to Barack Obama. Yeah. 4 years' time, we get David Bowie back. Although that will be bittersweet, because then Bowie will proceed to unwrite all of his classic albums one by one. 2008, the most popular movie of the year will be The Curious Tale of Benjamin Button, in which Brad Pitt You've got to the end of this joke already, that's fine. Shall I continue with it? Okay. In which Brad Pitt starts off young and gets gradually older. You'll see it, it's fucked up. It's fucked up shit. Okay, as the 20th century progresses, we will uninvent nuclear weapons. That's a good thing. After that, we will only be able to kill each other with projectile weapons, and later on, sharp objects, and even later on, blunt objects. But it's all good, because you won't actually be killing anyone, you'll be bringing them to life. In the backwards universe, the only ones with the power to extinguish human life will be mothers. All right, we'll get a little bit graphic here. Who will draw their offspring back up into their bodies and absorb them? Which, even in this universe, is every guy's secret fantasy. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Am I right? Yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. All right, okay, well, right, moving on then. 1895. That'll be an interesting year. Why is that, Charlie? Oh, I'm glad you asked. 1895, this is the year when Taiwan finally becomes part of China. Yay! I mean, boo! Don't read the room, you shithead. Read the fucking room. Okay, sorry. Only for a short time, I promise. And then it'll become part of Holland. And then after that, Taiwan will be populated by friendly indigenous tribes who will gain a notorious reputation for reattaching the severed heads of passing travellers. You guys are enjoying this shtick? Yeah, don't worry, there's only a couple more minutes left. Okay, so further down the line, we will abandon the stress of living in cities and we'll go back to the land. But then we will give up agriculture because, frankly, that was a huge mistake for our species. Anyone here thinking of taking up agriculture? No? Good. Yeah, good for you. You've learned the lessons of history. Well done. But we will become hunter-gatherers, or rather, gatherer-hunters, because we'll be doing it backwards. You know, sucking arrows out of animals and very carefully putting the berries back on the trees. And then later on, still as modern humans, we will regurgitate the Neanderthals. Because we probably ate them, you guys. That's probably what happens. Oh, good, yeah. And then we'll become Homo erectus. And that will be hilarious, because no one will have made puerile jokes about Homo and Erectus at that time. So when they do, it will become history's most sophisticated joke. Just ahead of hitting someone with a rock. Which for me is still hilarious. I don't know about you guys. Hitting someone with a rock. There's a purity about it. Slapstick. It's timeless, is what it is. You know. It doesn't matter if you turn forwards or backwards, whichever way you're going, it's still timeless. Okay, so there's going to be a time when the earth will be totally covered in water. There will only be 2 of every kind of animal. And we will all spend a month-long vacation on a very big wooden boat. There's a chance this part might not have happened. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll find out. I'm just going to go on a little side vent here, if I may. Does anyone else here feel that the Bible story of the flood and Noah, kind of unfair? Kind of unfair. Okay, God has a beef with humanity. He decides to kill us all. Fine. We suck. But the animals didn't do anything. And they nearly all get killed as well, except for a selected breeding pair of each species, which is such a patriarchal gender binary, I have to say. What if some of those animals had been gay? I mean, but... Oh, I guess God doesn't really like that either, does he? Well, okay, look. My point is, if God wanted to wipe out humanity, I think he's clever enough that he could think of a way of doing it without killing the animals as well. I don't know, in some kind of virus, maybe, or something. Oh, yeah, that was dark, wasn't it? Got dark there. You see, it's not all whimsical with me, you know. I can go dark, I can do dark. Okay, let's go back to whimsical, though. From a huge crater in Mexico, a giant asteroid will launch itself into space, which for some reason will cause the dinosaurs to come to life. So then we'll all be dinosaurs. That'll be exciting, won't it? Won't that be good? Won't that be fun to be dinosaurs? What's your favourite dinosaur? Oh, fantastic, you can be one of them. And then we'll be, I don't know, fucking trilobites, where these little scuttly things will be so excited that we've escaped from these rocks that we've been trapped in for millions of years for the amusement of school children. And then finally, you guys, finally, when we finally get tired of this endless torment of sentient existence, we will slide back into the oceans and we will become single-celled organisms hanging around a thermal vent. And you guys, I can't wait, because I believe that what we need in these messed up times more than anything is just a good fucking vent. Namaste.